Have you guys always wanted to buy a brand new property that just TOP but scared that you might be overpaying? Well, in today's episode of Choosing the Right Resale, we're going to be looking into a subsale unit that I believe still has potential down the road, even though you're creating pretty huge profits for the first owner only as recent as 3-4 years ago. As usual, if you're enjoying the content so far, please like and share this video and subscribe to the channel. And if you want me to cover any topics, please drop your comments. Alternatively, if you need help understanding if the property you are keen on fits the bill with our framework, I'm just a WhatsApp or a call away. So, back to it. I'm pretty sure for those who are looking into properties that are just TOP, there's always this mental imbalance because you look at the historical data and tell yourself, this property only cost this amount only a few years ago. If I buy now, confirm lose money. I mean, it would really be nice that you bought it during launch, but is there more to it? Yes, why not? And today, I will be bringing you guys all the way to the west to focus on this project that I believe still has second movers advantage. Now, this property sits on approximately 630,000 square feet of land, one of the largest development in the west area, 1468 units spread across 9 blocks, walking distance to an MRT. And where exactly is this? PARC, CLEMATIS, one of the 3 PARC something launched in 2019, if you can recall, among PARC Como and PARC Esta. Seems like any property with a PARC, like confirm make money. Developed by Singhai, this is meant to be their flagship project in Singapore, and boy, did they not disappoint. Remember, stay all the way to the end as I reveal what price is safe to enter. So let's use the QPE Framework to walk us through this, shall we? First circle, quality. Point number 1, land size, facilities, and facade. This is by far and large the key selling point of PARC CLEMATIS. It is so majestic, and since I was there with one of my clients who recently collected their keys, let me bring you guys there. Okay, we are here on a very beautiful morning at PARC CLEMATIS. Now, in front of us is the swimming pool. This is the lazy pool. But I can recall this, I think, about 80 meters long. For more serious swimmer, you can always go to the lap pool, which is the other side. Because why this only one half of PARC CLEMATIS, why 630,000 square feet? So I have to walk there later on and show you guys in a bit. Now, I just want to highlight this one thing. Developers, when they built this development, they elevated the first level all the way to 6-7 stories. Why did they do that? Actually, they don't really do that one. They can create more units and make more profit. But by doing that, you give this very, very chill, majestic vibes to the entire development because it does not feel claustrophobic one bit. Can you imagine you have more units here, more ground floor units, then it really kind of kills the entire mood lah, if you ask me. And don't you guys think this resembles Normanton Park? Quite some bit, I think. But no offense to Normanton Park owners, this is no Normanton Park. This is a more refined version of Normanton Park. I'll show you guys other parts later on. But this is what I want consumers to have. Imagine you're standing here, looking at this development upon TOP or in the future when you buy a resale. You want to have this very good feel. And these are the kind of developments that gives buyers a very good vibe when they are touring the development. And that's where eventually people buy for own use, especially families or kids. Will they pay a premium? They will pay a premium. Okay, moving on to the other part of the development. On the left-hand side, there's a fair bit of strata houses, and this is the main entrance of the development. But yeah, we're coming close to the premium block. Notice the premium block designs and the normal block designs are a little bit different. Of course, premium means more atas lah, right? We are walking towards the lap pool area. This, as I mentioned, is the old development. There's a very nice lawn. There's just actually a lot of clubhouse here. I'm a little bit lost with this clubhouse one. Huge. But yes, if you have a family with kids likes to run around, so on and so forth, then you will absolutely love PARC CLEMATIS. Why? Because it has this family-oriented type of vibes that they're giving out. This is actually a nice spot to have an overview of the entire development because I'm right now at the center of PARC CLEMATIS. This lawn is very guapo land. Anyway, this is the houses as I mentioned. It's a premium block. There's a second pool. There's a lot of pools here, so this is like one of the lap pools. And we also have one more pool here. Alright, check out the view. I know it's a bit unsightly, but this is a high floor pool facing unit. It's considered the second most premium facing an entire development. Why? Because of course the most premium is the one facing the lender, because it's reserved for the 2 premium blocks. Now this unit consistently will have very good wind flow. Why? I always tell my clients, you notice this kind of gaps between buildings. This is where the wind funnel encourages the wind to flow through all year long. In front of us is Trilink. This is the old development. This is Clementi Avenue 6. So all in all, the hill is hiding somewhere behind here, I think. Alright, so can you imagine I step backwards? This is your balcony view all year long, all day long. Yeah, so these are of course selling points of a good facing. Into layout, here at PARC CLEMATIS, the layout ranges from 1 all the way to 5 bedrooms, including strata terraces and strata bungalow. So I guess whatever size you need here, you have it here. Now, with the exception of probably one of the bedrooms, the 3 bedrooms that I'm not comfortable with because it's a bit on the smaller side. I think all in all, you have a very clean and efficient setup. It's really very nicely done up by the developers. Now, if you have a condo, facilities facades that amazes people, then the next thing is the layout has to matter. And the layout here, if it passes, then what does it hinges on? Of course, the exit strategy and the price. So we're here to look at the facilities. Now, if we talk about location for those who are familiar in the West, this is probably the most sought after location in and around the West. Because of course you have Nanhua, which I'll talk about later on. But yes, you're a stone throw away from the MRT, Clementi MRT, and the Clementi Mall. And nearby also you have markets and so on and so forth. So it's pretty convenient, surrounded by $1 million HDBs, if I can recall. And you all always know that, of course, I don't really see location as a deal breaker. But if you have that, then it's always good value that you can keep down the road. Okay, so we're done with the simple walkthrough of PARC CLEMATIS. You guys like it so far? For me, like I said, it's 10 out of 10. Oh, forgot to mention, above is the gym, right? Below is the AV room, music room, games room, or whatever they want to call it. This one really gives you the tropical resort vibes, right? These are the kind of properties that we ideally want to be looking for, and in my honest opinion, this is probably the best, or probably the top 2 or top 3 best looking development I've seen in quite a while. Circle number 2, exit strategy. Point number 1, supply demand. With only a handful of properties in and around the Clementi area, there's not many to really choose from. And coupled with the fact that Clementi is actually, in my opinion, the most atas neighborhood in the West, PARC CLEMATIS will stand out for it being the one who can offer you such an expensive land size and facilities. Point number 2, transformation. Agents will try to link the transformation of the second CBD in Jurong to upsell PARC CLEMATIS. But does a property in the mature estate of CLEMATIS need all this kind of transformation? Nothing has literally happened from 2019 till now, but the prices have since climbed quite drastically since then. I mean, everything else has mainly gone up, but you got my point. Point number 3, schools. Nanhua is located right at doorstep, and the prestige of the school is equivalent to the likes of like Nanyang Primary or even Taoneng. I mean, having schools is not a deal breaker, but in this case, the school factor will only ensure there's a never-ending flow of demand. Point number 4, target audience. Just like every other OCR locations in Singapore, you expect majority of buyers to be HDB upgraders. I mean, we also see a fair bit of Hondo upgraders who wants to move from something older to a newer one like PARC CLEMATIS, where you literally have a huge and wide variety of facilities that comes with it. And does it help that you're located in Clementi, where the HDBs in and around the 1 km radius are all $1 million flats? You add this with the factor of schools, and you have a winning formula. So for the circle exit strategy, there's still so much future potential in this development, which brings me to the most important point here, price. As per every good property out there, or anything in life, there's always a price to pay. If you overpay for even the most luxurious property, you're gonna lose money. So a quick look at PARC CLEMATIS price in recent times. They sell at an average of between 2,000 to 2,100 per square foot. The 2-bedroom with 2 bathrooms are around 1.4, 1.5. 3 compact at around 1.9, and the 3 premiums at approximately, I think, 2.2. Now, let's put this price against new launches in that neighborhood. The closest benchmark we can get are the latest development in Jayden and Lake Garden residences. Now, Jayden goes for an average of, you guys can recall, 2,500 plus per square foot. And Lake Garden, for a much lesser location, goes for about 2,200 per square foot. Which means that our almost brand new best in the West, like PARC CLEMATIS, trades at around 10 to 20% lower than these new launches. To put it simply, from a quantum point of view, a 3-bedroom is equivalent to only a 2-bed 1 price at Jayden. And the 3-bedroom premium would be lower than a 2+ study at Jayden. Isn't the opportunity evident here? However, the gap is narrowed at Lake Garden, where the prices are much closer. A 2-bedroom and 3-bedroom transacts at averagely $1.6 to $2.3 million respectively. Imagine when these properties obtain TOP and look towards selling at a much higher price. We could be looking easily at a 30% price difference, where Jayden would be looking to sell at around $3,000 per square foot, at Lake Garden at around $2,700 to $2,800 per square foot. When that happens, what price you buy at PARC CLEMATIS is going to be what matters. And not to forget that the recent land bid at Clementi Avenue just beside Clement Canopy is slated to launch at around $2,500 per square foot. That itself is already telling you what developers are expecting for future prices in the neighborhood. Now let's compare with surrounding resales, shall we? At the closest gauge, the 6-year-old Tri-Link transacts at around $1,800 per square foot. The 4-year-old Clement Canopy are already pushing $1,900 per square foot. And since the sizes at PARC CLEMATIS and these two condos are quite alike, the entry levels are almost equal if we were to get our hands on a unit at CLEMATIS for around $2,000 per square foot. I mean, there's a lot of other resales to compare with around the neighborhood, but every stats that I'm looking shows that all developments under 6-year-old are transacting not far away from $2,000 per square foot. Which comes to the conclusion and what you have been waiting for. If you can get your hands on a mega development like PARC CLEMATIS at today's market price of between $2,000 to $2,100 per square foot, you are safe. Super safe. The boat has sailed for you once, but don't worry. This is your chance of having the second mover's advantage. As it stands, you get a stunning development where 60% of the land is dedicated to landscaping and facilities. And you couple that with very good floor plans overall with good views, it is really hard not to like. The bonus point is that it's located right smack in front of top school and also reasonable walking distance to Clementi MRT and the mall. If you can get a property with so much wow factors with hardly any flaws, in time to come, the property will only continue to appreciate. And for those who are still mentally imbalanced to pay the market price for PARC CLEMATIS, I hope you do so fast because more and more people will start to appreciate it. With that, it's the end of another episode of Picking the Right Resale. Always remember, do not buy the hype that only new launch can make you money. Even resale can do the same, although the annualized gains are usually higher for the former. There's always a reason why prices go up or down. And until our next video, please buy safe.